So in this video you can see we have ISIS there. That's my ISIS and that we are going to be working on in this one. So what me are going to do, when we want to do, we want to take out the engine completely and pull it down to nothing and just rebuild it. Just give it a general overall. You might wonder why I want to do this, but my main reason why I want to do kind of the engine have a little sound of wear. You understand what I mean? But that's generally just wear and tear after all the time of working. You see what I mean? So when I try to catch it early. So I try for overall the engine, like rebuild it, clean every component and fit it up back so that everything runs smoothish. In the essence, I should when I done have a almost new engine. You see what I did? So what I go do first, I take some reading and I go show no what I want. So what I do a compression test on the engine so that I see the reading what we get before and we can do test it after to compare it. You understand? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take out the spark plug. I'm gonna think we need to show you guys how to take out a spark plug. If you follow the channel, you know this is a normal, regular thing to do for take out a spark plug. All you have to do, put in the right socket, crack each one of the spark plug. Should be 4 of them there. If you have power tools, it make it a little bit faster. You see me? And after you take out all of the 4 spark plugs, in this case, we are gonna do the compression. So we've got the compression gauge hooked up, and now we're gonna test the compression of each cylinder. So this is cylinder number 1. And we've got a good 175 right there, looking pretty good. That's a pretty good compression. So we're gonna do all 4 and let's move on to cylinder number 2. So this is cylinder number 2 and let's go. So crank it and let's see. So we are at just about 175 there. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good compression. So those 2 are about 175 right there, and that's looking pretty good. So we're gonna move on to number 3, and number 3 right here we're gonna see and crank it, and it is, let's see what will we get, and it is a cool 175 as well. Pretty good compression. Pretty like this is pretty high, pretty decent compression right there. So let's see number 4, and let's hopefully we'll get the same reading in number 4 cylinder. Yeah, understand? So there we go, and again 175 right there, and that's cylinder number 3, and this is cylinder number 4. So crank it and let's see. So it is looking like it's gonna be a nice 175, actually a little over 175. So that's pretty good right there. So these are some pretty good readings in the compression test. So as we can see, all of the cylinder them have close to roughly about 175, which is not bad, which is a pretty good engine compression. Me that say a pretty okay engine compression. As you can see, the last 2 cylinders had a little bit over the 175, which is okay, within range, something you can live with. So yeah man, I don't think we're gonna need to do the extensive overhaul. You understand? Because I would have take it out and grind the valve them and change piston ring, but because we have decent or pretty good compression, we're not going to do that, but we are going to do some a different tear down. We are going to do a complete overhaul. See me? We just not going to trouble them because we get some pretty good compression right there. Alright, so what we are going to do now, we are going to just take the bore scope and we are look down in the cylinder. Because again, when we want to do an extensive rebuild of this engine in the man, but I don't want to miss nothing, so I want to know what we have to working with. So I look down in the cylinder just to see how inside I stay, if there are some part that I need to get to. You understand? So come with me and we'll take a look and see what I go inside the cylinder. As we can see, the cylinder it look a little bit full of carbon. I'm going to try to see if we can see the cylinder wall. And as we can see, the valve them have a little bit of carbon build up. Nothing too extensive, nothing too bad. We can see the crash on the cylinder wall. They're looking pretty okay. You see me say it not look as bad. You see me, I did only thing, the piston, as we can see, again is a little bit crusty. So again, maybe we pull along the head, but so far we not really have no reason to actually have to pull it down. You understand? So we go do to number 2. Alright. So we can see that piston here looking pretty okay. You see me, I did pretty okay, we can see. You see me, I did not know out of the usual mode, and we can see the cylinder wall looking pretty slick. That's like the cylinder walls right there, you know. I can say look pretty slick, pretty clean, come straight down to the actual piston. You see me, it does have some carbon on the valve them, but I don't know, this is something I feel like me that live with, because again we don't have no lasting compression. You see me, I do it. So as we could see in the other cylinder walls, they look relatively okay. Same amount of carbon buildup, and the cylinder walls did look pretty okay across the board. So as we can see in our cylinder wall, them look pretty okay. You see what I did? Me did I go take out the piston them and change the piston ring them, and if me did really come to it, I probably would have changed the piston them themselves. But as we can see, the piston them don't look that bad. And if you look on the valve, them not full of carbon as well. I would have expected a vehicle that has as much miles as this. So me now go do the valve grinding or the replacing of pistons or the rings. You see what I did? I probably reuse these one because these are again pretty good compression. But me I really aim for the lower half of the engine, that I like the bearings. You see me I did? I go replace the bearings and all of them kind of thing. Them I clean everything, be the whole of the top and the bottom. I'm just I do everything. You see what I did? But at least we know where we are going. Get ourselves in before we get ourselves in there, so we can order what we need for order, buy the parts that we need to buy from now, and you know. So I'm gonna show you when we are tear down. So we're about to start the tear down of this engine. You see what I deal with. So we're about to start with the tear down, and you know me just showing how we always do. This is a simple thing when time you do a tear down. All you have to do is just clear the way for everything. So you take everything out of the way. Everything that could interfere with something, you just take it out. Like this alternator, that AC compressor, everything that could interfere with anything else, we just kind of remove it so that we have a lot of space. All of these things at the front here, we are trying to remove it. This exhaust manifold, we are trying to remove it. All of these things around here, the hose, all of these things, we're just going to remove them so that we have enough space. The issue with this engine though, is that it's kind of behind the firewall or behind this part of the engine right there. As you can see, if you go straight up, you have a lick up in that thing right there because it's actually submerged behind there. So the issue is that now we kind of need to move the engine forward and try to lift it up, because if we go straight up with it, we're actually going to lick this thing right there. So hopefully we can get it to move a little bit forward and then upwards and actually take it out that way, because as it is, it cannot come out now. You understand? But we're going to see if we can actually get it out. So we got the engine out. It is right here on the ground. So we actually just lift out the engine. So you know how we do it, and this engine is looking terrible. It's looking dirty. It's looking like it's leaking all over. It just look in pretty poor condition. So as we can see, the back here, the engine here looking pretty dirty, like really dirty. We can see some signs of leaking at the front of the engine right there, and as we can see on the back of the engine right here, we can see that it's leaking from the rear crankshaft seal right there, so we probably need to replace that as well. Also, if you look at the top right, there's a pooling of oil right there, and that's from the valve cover that's leaking as well. So it's a good thing we are doing the overall now than to wait until something bad happens later on. So we've taken out the engine and we have removed all the valve cover bolts around the valve cover. So let's do a reveal of the inside. So let's see, and it is looking terrible. Have you ever seen inside of an engine looking this terrible? Everything is black caked with some thick dirty looking oil. It is looking terrible, bro. So wow, look at inside of the valve cover, is looking absolutely terrible. So we're gonna do a front cover reveal as well, and let's move on to there and let's see what's going on there. And here is the valve cover reveal, and let's see, it is absolutely terrible, bro. I'm so glad we're doing this. No, this is absolutely terrible. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what or how this managed to be this black and this terrible. Like me, I tell you, it look like somebody threw black paint inside the engine, because if you look right there, that little spot right there is the only clean spot on the inside right there of the engine. So we are gonna have to clean the entire engine, but let's move on. So I thought this was pretty interesting and I wanted to show you guys what's going on. So as you can see, the inside of the engine is looking absolutely filthy. This is the oil pan right here. This is the oil pickup right here, and if you can look carefully in the pickup, you can see a lot of little stuff stuck up in there. So these things restrict the flow of the oil, and cause oil starvation, and if you're looking, there's lots of little stuff in there. I'm not even sure how these got in there. Look at it. Look at all these things that we are picking out of it. This is absolutely terrible. So when we clean up all of these things, we should replace that pump as well, but as you can see now, this is needed. We did need to do this. So as you can see, we pulled down the engine to bare bone. These are the components that I'm going to watch in a bit, like, you know. So here we can see the engine. These are the main parts of the engine that I wanted to get to. So these are called bearings. These are the bearings of the engine. So the crankshaft spins and travels on there. As we can see, there's some slight signs of damage there, like really slight. It didn't actually damage whereas it hit bearings, but it would have hit bearings if we had continued. So most of this look like it was caused by oil starvation, more than likely from that pickup. Here we can see, if you take a closer look, you can see one part of it has been like rubbing a little bit on the bearings. And if in theory, you know, you should know that the crankshaft should travel on a thin layer of oil. It should never actually come in contact with the bearings of the engine. So as you can see, some slight scraping there. This one is actually the worst one. As you can see, I can actually put my finger on that one. So this is a good thing that we're doing this now, you know, understand, because if we had continued, maybe we would have cost ourselves a complete engine. So these are the main bearings. These are bigger bearings, and as you can see, these are in perfect condition, like pretty good condition, no signs of damages on the main bearing. So what we're going to do, we're going to still replace the main bearings, also the Conrad bearings, just because we're in here. We don't want to actually have to come back in here. So as we can see, inside of the crankcase here is looking pretty dirty. Like, we're going to wash out all of this and try to clean it up as best as possible, because in essence what we really want to aim for is like a brand new engine. That's what we're actually aiming for. So we're going to clean up all of this, all of the exterior of the engine, all of this part right here. We're going to turn it from black to actual silver. So that's our plan right there. So what we should do is take a look at the crankshaft. I put the crankshaft over here, and as we can see, the journals here are looking pretty good, like really smooth, no signs of damages there. Absolutely no signs of damages there. These are looking in perfect condition. So we actually, maybe we've caught it before it actually damaged the crankshaft, because if it had damaged the crankshaft, we would have had a very bad day, because this would have to be replaced, and this is very hard to replace, like very hard to source, very a lot of work just to replace this component there. So I think we've got it pretty early. So I just wanted to show you the engine all cleaned up. As you can see, the side here, the engine here looking super clean, like very clean. As you can see, the front cover here, this here was all covered in black before, and as you can see now, you can see a little bit of a reflection. There's a little bit of dirt up here, a little bit more cleaning need to be going up and up there. But as you can see, the side here again looking super clean, like super clean. I've taken like some hours just cleaning this engine, like so a lot of hours. As you can see, it's just looking super clean. The back area of the engine looking super clean, engine head looking super clean. So a lot of hours I put in cleaning this, but I want it to be perfect. Also, we cleaned up some other components, and I'm going to show you them now. So as you can see, we clean up the oil pan, as you can see over here, and we can see that I also clean up the valve cover, looking super clean as well. We'll probably give them another pass just to make sure them super clean, because I want this engine like a brand new engine. So it's assembly day today, so we're gonna assemble the engine. As you can see, I have everything layout right here. I clean it up, and as you can see, I forgot to clean up the top part right there because I tape it off. So right there, I'm gonna get back to it, but everywhere else is absolutely clean, like super clean, very clean on the inside of the crankcase there, back here, and again, just right here is where I need to get back. Just right here, I need to just get back to. But when I want them, just want to assemble everything today, because I just want, you know, just start assembling. So I'll show you what we got today and all I think that we have to work with. So as you can see, we got some new main bearings and some new Conrad bearings. We have some new front and back oil seal. We also got a new oil pump. We have got a lot of things. Also, we've brought the crankshaft to the machine shop where they checked it and said it's in perfect condition. We've got everything laid out here, so we're just gonna assemble all of the lower half today, and I'm gonna show you when we're done. So as you can see, we've assembled all of the lower half, and as you can see, it's looking super good. I sprayed this portion right here, man, but it's actually clean. Everything is actually clean, you know. Every part of it is actually clean. I want you to take note that it's super clean. I took hours cleaning it, but I just sprayed the lower crankcase right there, and I think I'm gonna spray the entire engine, you know, man, just so it have a uniform look. But it's actually clean. I don't want anything that I just sprayed over it. I want you to know that it was all actually actually clean, and I'm probably just gonna spray everything just for it to be all more uniform, looking like one color. Cause I sprayed that part and and it's just not matching, so we'll probably just spray everything, but it is actually clean. So as we said, we assembled all of the lower half of the engine. Everything is there, everything is okay, everything is assembled. So all we need to put on a crankcase, the front cover, and all these things, and I should be done with assembling the engine, catching timing, and yeah, so I've finished assembling the engine, and all I want to do is clear the way so that I can put it in back. So all I do is clear the way, take the things them out of the way so that I can put it in back. As my plan is, really and truly, see, here's the engine fully assembled. I put the ground there, and we're gonna lift it, and we're gonna put it right there, and we're trying to kind of rest it on the cross member right there. You understand that subframe thing right there? We'll rest it on that, and then we're gonna try to catch it on the transmission. Once it is catched on the transmission, we'll try to just drive to bolt in there, and once we catch the bolt, then we put in the engine mode. The thing is, I damaged these injectors when I was taking out the engine, and these injectors I didn't know that were so expensive. They cost me 10 grand per one of them, and I damaged the 4 of them when I take them out. So that's 40 grand I just spent on injectors for this vehicle. So I hope it better work. So I just wanted to show you the finished complete project. As you can see, man, it is back up and running. I make it hear the engine sounding a bit, but I just wanted to show you how we took off the taxi stripe off of the vehicle and we buff out the side of the vehicle there, make it looking a little bit better. As you can see, the interior of the vehicle looking super clean. I plan to sell this vehicle, man. I plan to sell this vehicle, but I didn't want the risk of selling the vehicle and then finding out later on that the person had mechanical problem with it after buying it. So I'm gonna make sure some overall the engine and make sure that everything was in okay condition. So what I'm gonna do now is make you hear the engine now. I'm gonna show you the engine when I'm done, but I just want you to hear how good it sounds, how it sounds solid, and how there's no check light, there's no nothing, everything's working perfectly. So as you can see, no check light, everything's working perfectly. AC is working. So I'm gonna show you a picture of the engine now. So as you can see, this is the engine bay. As you can see, it's looking super clean, much better than we had it before. So more in the video here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.